Hi guys, little project here inspired by a discussion I was having with my friend Slider2732. This is one of my waving cats, solar rockers. Solar panel on the front that you'll see the wires are disconnected there. So it's not running off that solar panel. I did have a second solar panel on the back. That's one of the original modifications to this one, so it could sit with its back to the window instead of its face to the window. Anyway, that was a previous project. What I've been doing recently is just running it off this garden light, garden solar light, so solar panel, circuit board, nickel metal hydride battery. When the sun is on the solar panel, that little circuitry there sends power to the battery to charge it up. And then when there's no light on the solar panel, that circuit recognizes that and allows the power from the battery to flow to the LED. And I've just got this fella sitting straight across the battery, so during the day when the sun's hitting the panel, it was charging the battery, but it was also running the solar rocker at the same time, the waving cat. So it was reducing the amount of power going to the battery, so it wasn't charging fully. So at night, sometimes the LED light would come on and sometimes it wouldn't. Depends on how much power had been how much power had been drawn by the solar rocker during the day as to whether enough had charged to run the light at night. Anyway, conversation went on, and I'm pretty sure I've done this before, but I thought we'd do it anyway. I've disconnected the LED. As you can see, I've just pulled one leg up out the circuit board. So the negative from the battery went directly to that leg of the LED, and then the other leg of the LED was controlled by the circuitry. So what I've got now is my solar rocker is between the negative and the LED. So when we stop the sun shining, the battery will try and light the LED, but at the same time, the solar rocker is in circuit, so it will start the solar rocker rocking. That's a bit of a long introduction, just to show that if I do that, LED comes on and the rocker rocks. This particular one has a bit of a problem with the mechanics, and we have to get the balance right for it to rock sometimes. Sometimes it just won't rock. So you may have noticed where I've had it on the window ledge, I've had something under one side just to tip it a little bit to get the rocking going. It needs its balance adjusting, and I haven't done that. I've just adjusted it by tipping it a bit. Anyway, that was what I wanted to show. You'll see it does keep running for quite a while, even after I took my hand away from there and the LED went out. But that's just because they're so well balanced. So we'll do that again. LED comes on and he starts rocking. LED goes out. He carries on rocking for a little while. In there is a capacitor that is charged up during the power cycle, and it takes a while to drain away, which is why it keeps rocking for a little while. One more time. There we go. So the way he'll work now, the way he's wired up, is he will only rock at night, not during the day. If I disconnect that, from there, he will eventually stop. Trouble with trying to stop it with your hand is you knock it with your finger and it keeps rocking even longer. That's probably enough. If I now connect it directly across the battery, that's a good demonstration. The battery's obviously fairly low, so there's only just enough power to get it going. Oh, it is building up. Say the capacitor has to charge up. But yeah, it's slowly building up. If we have it on here and do that, that little bit of circuitry actually ups the voltage. Because you can't run a white LED off a 1.5 volt battery. Or in fact, nickel metal hydride is even less, 1.2 volts. So that will not normally run an LED. So the black chip there and that blue inductor there boost the voltage up to more volts. I would have said 3 volts, but something like that. More than enough volts to light the white LED, and that obviously makes him rock particularly well. You can see how that's wobbling around in there. So yeah, actually that was a double demonstration there. 1.2 volts. Is only just enough to get it going. When there's full sunlight on it, you get more volts than the 1.2 that the battery's got. So it runs better in sunlight. But through the circuit, it's getting more volts anyway. Yeah, I like that. I've just realised I ought to add there is a downside to this. That will probably drain that battery right down because it's going to be rocking all night. I mean, that's how they normally work anyway. The LED drains the battery overnight. But we've got extra current draw there, so it will probably drain it quicker. It may drain it so far that there isn't enough power to recharge it during the day. We'll find out, won't we? So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.